Champions League.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is F. Lipinski, your host, and this is Season 0, Week 1 of the Onward Champions League. Man, it is a pleasure. This is my first cast for OCL, and this is going to be a great matchup. We have Shadow Knights versus No Quarters. A lot of people are familiar with No Quarters, but Shadow Knights, who's Shadow Knights? Who are we seeing here? Well, these are not new players. Shadow Knights was formerly known as Shadow Kings, but with such a large community, they had to split it up and change names, apparently. So we have Lampy, Oddball, Sharkfish, Mobstar, Calmech, and Wade Watts. Some solid veteran players in there, too. From No Quarters, we have Timmy 2000, Rango, Smalls, Savage Proto, Buttercup, Jared the Dean, and Maverick. Some of these players I get frustrated playing against because I don't know how they do it, but I can never seem to hit them. They always shoot me first. They are some really good players on both sides. A lot of you might be familiar with Mobstar because if you watch any of my matches, Mobstar used to be an animal himself. And boy, I'll tell you one thing. Whenever Mobstar was playing for our team, I knew for a fact if he was alive, we were not going to get capped on. I don't think that man's ever been capped on when he was on Animal House. You could look for seasons of footage. You'll never find it. And if you do, please send it to me. I want you to prove me wrong. But I honestly don't think that he's ever been capped on Animal House. An outstanding defensive player. And let's see. I mean, leaving Animal House and joining Shadow Knights, does he keep that same role? Is he the objective guy, or is he taking on a new role of running, gunning, and pretty much upsetting the other team? As for No Quarters, I mean, we'll have to see what No Quarters can do here. No Quarters are playing against some pretty big vets here, but everyone knows that all it takes is a stone to take out a Goliath. Not saying that Shadow Knights are going to be a Goliath here, but in terms of trying to say veterans versus slightly newer players, you could argue that point. I think, personally, playing against all these players here, I don't think there's a single player that's going to play tonight that I've not played at least once against. This will be a very evenly matched up match. My predictions for map 1, I don't want to say who's going to win, but I think the score is probably going to be either 4-3 or 4-2. All right? If you're like some people I know in this league, get your wallets out, start betting now. But this, I mean, the money line here, it's going to be a pretty tight one. For the first map, we do have Suburbia. Now, Suburbia has been around for a long time, dating all the way back to the very first season of Onward. Some slight changes, mostly having to do with some objective changes and spawn changes. We've added a few more since then, but back in the past, Suburbia did not have any furniture inside the houses. Pretty bare bones. So you walk inside a house, it's pretty easy to tell if there was an enemy hiding in a corner, because, well, there's nothing for it to hide behind. You know, you got a black uniform man standing in a fully painted white room. Pretty easy to spot to the naked eye. So the first objective as well is going to be inside the center house. The center house is probably one of the toughest objectives to attack in Onward. The reason why is because, well, it's on the second floor of a building, and even to get to the building, you got multiple lines of sight on that first floor. If most Volk teams play their cards right, it's an easy Volk-sided objective. Keep in mind, though, when a Marsog player does get upstairs and has no immediate threats up there to contest them, it is a super quick cap and really tough to counteract if you're not up there. We have just about all 10 players in. We're waiting for one more from No Quarters. I will go ahead and list the players on both sides. No Quarters has Smalls, Savage Proto, Elmo the Destroyer, Rango, and a Maverick, while Shadow Knights has Lampy, Calmech, Wade Watts, Sharkfish, and Mobstar. Well, Mobstar is in, so good luck capping on this one. Unless he doesn't play objective, then I'd argue it's probably fair game. But man, that's we'll see what happens here. I'm curious on how Shadow Knights are going to play this. Are they going to be playing a pretty tucked in defense to kind of test the waters on No Quarters, or are they going to go, aggro right off the back just to try to, shake things up? No Quarters might not expect an early aggressive defense the very first round of the entire match. They might expect Shadow Knights to kind of maybe send one aggressive and maybe two kind of play more passive. I mean, for No Quarters, they see this as a pretty easy objective to defend as long as you keep a few guys nearby, So they might think that they have a little bit extra time to move up the field while most of the defense plays back farther just to try to get into good defensive positions here. If I was No Quarters, I might try to play aggressive right up to the middle half of that map, try to get into pretty good positions to get early on picks, and then start to slow it down a little bit. Feel it out, see what the defense is doing, and then react accordingly. We do have our first round. Hopefully it's going to show. There we go. Usually takes a second when it's the first round. We have the lane 4 spawn for No Quarters. How is Shadow Knights going to approach this? We have an early frag coming out, and it's not going to find anyone. It's a little bit short. A pretty passive defense. Lampy be the only one that's pushed up here. Ooh, Sharkfish with a great shot onto Rango down lane 3. And Lampy's just going to be holding a pretty risky position. I only say this because pretty easy to grenade in once Lampy is spotted out. And oh, wow, Maverick downing Calmech inside the second story middle house. Wade Watts is going to go for that revive. Will Lampy have a C4 on him? He's got a flashbang. Flash goes out. Maverick confirms Calmech. Smalls gets a refrag on a Lampy right after Lampy got a kill onto Maverick there. So now it is 3-3. So far, not much is... I wouldn't put all the faith into one team yet. They still have Mobstar alive on objective. Really good map awareness here from this player. Wade Watts as well. Also, I think I see possibly a red light. Is there a Molotov somewhere? I don't know what that red light was from. I thought it was like a Molotov. Small's going prone. We're going to have one of these matches here. Might try to grab some utility off of his dead partner as well. Elmo all the way over here in lane 4. He's got the 2 times on his... Oh, he's got a marksman class. Interesting. Mark 17, I believe, is that rifle. A lot of damage. I believe it's a 1-shot or a 2-shot to the chest body armor to down. If he spots Sharkfish here, he might be able to get a headshot and put the favor in his team. Mobstar, though, pretty exposed to Elmo's position. Elmo might be taking advantage of this. Mobstar's not looking. And down goes Mobstar. Great kill from Elmo. And he's got a smoke just to kind of create a little bit more havoc. And down goes Sharkfish from Savage. That leaves Wade Watts all alone on the objective. Now, even though it's just Wade here, he does have call-outs from Sharkfish. Sharkfish can help Wade kind of play this a little bit more safe here. Doesn't have to peek. Oh, but he goes for a nice shot onto Elmo. Pre-fires through the wood. Doesn't know he downed him. Maybe Sharkfish can help out, give a call-out. I'm not sure, but Wade is not confirming here. Wade possibly could have heard Elmo make those call-outs, but there is a smoke first floor in the objective and might not be able to hear. Elmo making a bunch of weird noises, and there is a Molotov. Okay, that's what I thought. Wow. Small's almost getting Wade. Elmo teasing Wade by making literally Elmo noises. Oh, and the trade between Wade and Smalls. Oops. It's a round win for No Quarters. I believe that that is specifically to indicate. Here we go. Boom. 1 point. No Quarters. That was a really good start from No Quarters. They're having 3 up at the end. Lampy had a really promising position with almost 2 players flash. I think one of those flashes only connected to Maverick there. Wasn't enough to get Smalls. And ultimately, Smalls was the one that clutched the remainder of that round. Thank you to everyone that is in the chat and watching our match today. We greatly appreciate it. And without you, we wouldn't be here. Indie Couch, Wicked NJ, Captain Doctor, thank you. Hopping on into the next round. A lot of pre-fire coming out from No Quarters here. Fairly passive defense as well from No Quarters, but we do have Elmo laying down a lot of pre-fire from the spawn house. Mobstar's going to go for the cross here and just barely avoids Maverick's line of sight. And Maverick pushing up into Lampy's position here, actually. I wonder if Lampy's going to check this or anyone else on his team. Maybe even a pre-fire right through that bush would be just enough to probably down Maverick. Pretty quiet here. Elmo might be able to get the first kill here, and oh, he does, but actually only downs Wade. That'll give Sharkfish the opportunity to go for the revive, unless that grenade... Oh, and it just barely misses Wade. This will allow a revive onto Wade Watts, making it into a possible 5v4 here. Gotta be careful of Maverick. Ooh, Sharkfish is going to take a nice, safe route. Kalmic's not going to check that spot. Maverick takes out Kalmic. And instantly, Mobstar goes to the refrag. I was about to say instantly Lampy knew exactly where Maverick would be, but it was a good refrag. If Mobstar peeks this angle here, Rango might get a peek, and oh, a trade! Mobstar does take down 2 before he initially, or until he unfortunately bites the bullet. Literally, I believe that was a headshot. Now it's a 2v3. Still a good chance No Quarters can save this here, as 2 of their last defenders are at the objective. Exactly where you'd want to be when you're put in this kind of position here. Let's see if we have any C4 or Molotovs. I don't think we do here. Just some flashbangs. But a lot of time still left on the clock. 2 minutes and 30 seconds for these teams. I think Lampy is waiting patiently, trying to listen for footsteps. And he's got to move up slow. He's got to be careful of Savage. I think that's his biggest concern right now. We do have Wade moving around through lane 3 next to the tank. Smoke's coming out from possibly Wade or Sharkfish. I just don't want to leave this position here. And Savage is going to peek this. No, he doesn't. Oh, Lampy might get the kill. Oh, and he does. Leaving it all up to Smalls here. Smalls actually having 2 weapons. Tossing the first flash. Not going to find anybody here. Lampy might have some utility on hand. Maybe a grenade. Oh, he does, but just a second too late. Oh, it was a flashbang. Oh, and he goes for the trade. Lampy and Smalls trade, just like the last round ended in a trade, making it 1-1. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. Timmy2100. Zero Cool. War Within, I believe. Or if not, Mnemonic. And Smiths518. A lot of great faces in the chat. Thank you all for being here. And this has become a pretty good match. Like I mentioned early on, this is going to be a really close one. I mean, looking at the kill spread right now on the KDs, it is nearly identical. We have Smalls going 3 for 2 from No Quarters. Lampy going 3 for 2 for Shadow Knights. Elmo going 1 for 1. Sharkfish going 1 for 1. Maverick 2 for 2 on No Quarters. Mobstar 2 for 2 on Shadow Knights. Rango 1 for 2 on No Quarters. And Calmech 0 for 2 on Shadow Knights, and Savage Pro 1 for 1 with a revive on No Quarters, and Wade Watts 2 for 1 revive on Shadow Knights. It is really close on kills and deaths here. I think that if this trend keeps going on, we'll have quite the night for a stream here, I think. I mean, we have our second map, which is a custom map that's to be decided on what the team captain for the away team picks, which is No Quarters. And I believe, yeah, No Quarters, they make the map pick. And the map banned tonight was Arctic by Shadow Knights. Oh, wow. Trying to get this up here and working here. I'm not sure what's happening to the stream. Might have a bug.
Onward Champions League.
There we go. All right, we're back. Notice that right away. We did miss a pre-fire shot from Elmo and one more kill. So Shadow Knights only has 3 players left alive at the moment. Calmech taking a prone position here to watch this objective. They have to be careful. This is one of those objectives that are pretty easy to cap if you kill the correct defenders. Flash goes out. Don't think it's going to find anyone. A possible grenade from Mobstar. Just short. Oh, had the right trajectory, but a C4 takes out Rango by Sharkfish. Gets to confirm. And down goes Sharkfish from Maverick on the refrag. A lot of pre-fire from Elmo here. Oh, and an M203 takes out Mobstar from Maverick. This is where... Oh, nice kill from Calmech. Calmech's the last one alive. This is the biggest difference with OCL is they allow M203 frag grenades on any map. It is all up to Calmech here in a 1v3 situation. I'm sure Mobstar is not going to be happy with that death. A smoke lands right on Maverick, blinding him. Can't see... And Maverick's trying to get into that position for a possible cap. If Calmech doesn't have any flashes, he could find himself in a capable position here. And if one... That's a perfect smoke. Calmech cannot stop the cap. Maverick is going for it. Here's the cap. He sees the feet. Oh, and he gets Maverick. Just barely. Shots go out. Will another cap attempt come out here? Calmech panicking with his AK-12 suppressor. Smalls is going for the cap. He's only going prone. Oh, and he almost gets shot by Calmech here. He's aborting the cap here as he almost gets taken out. Calmech once again going to try to get a kill here. Might pre-fire Elmo through those bushes. 2 minutes remaining. He's checking his back, but staying exposed. He's got to be careful. Oh, and he takes out Elmo. It's a 1v1. Can Calmech clutch it up here? Smalls, he's going to try to go for the possible cap. I don't know. He's got his gun out right now, but he is prone. What will Smalls do? It was a 3v1 for no quarters, but now, after trying to go for the cap and all that pre-fire, they are down to a 1v1. Minute and 20 seconds remaining. Smalls definitely knows where Calmech is, but Calmech is still frantically looking, checking his back and his spawn, but frequently checking the objective as well. I think Smalls has a really good idea. He's kind of scanning that white car, hoping for Calmech to peek and make a mistake here. But Smalls, growing impatiently, is going to try to make an attempt for the objective. He is going to go prone first, which might give him really good position here, but Calmech might be predicting it. He has lowered his line of sight a little bit lower onto the ground, but Calmech's got his back turned. Smalls, tablet out. He really wants to go for the cap. 40 seconds remaining. Calmech no longer checking objective as Smalls is going to go for it. Oh, Calmech's going to go for it. He can't hit the feet. He's missing. Smalls is going for the cap. Smalls gets the cap. He just barely stayed alive with 30 seconds remaining. What a clutch from Smalls. Incredible. That is definitely going to help boost the confidence of no quarters here. It is now 3-1. I know that Shadow Knights were biting their nails in anticipation, hoping Calmech would keep that objective secure, and wow, was he doing a great job. Some might argue it was Onward timing, looking away at the wrong time, but that's just the game. That is the game. Putting yourself in high risk for high reward positions. And unfortunately, it did not pay off for Shadow Knights, but it certainly did for Smalls. Smalls was in the open there. Wide in the open, taking a risk, and had just enough time to not only get behind that Humvee for the cap, but perfectly positioned their feet and legs to be behind the wheel of the Humvee in a position for Kalmik to not be able to shoot or down him. Incredible gameplay from Smalls. Let's see how Shadow Knights rebuttal this for their next round here on our 4th round of Suburbia.
Oh, but it's the cap. I don't mind going down to the cap. If anybody's got a machine gun, I know they're probably going to want to know.
I'm going to run up into center house to try and kill him in the beginning.
Will we see any pre-fire here? But no pre-fire on this objective. This might give false security, false sense of security for no quarters. And will Smalls call out any footsteps from lane 1 or 2? A good frag attempt from Kalmik. And a great flash. Kalmik's going to try to take advantage of it. But he's just a little too far. Oh, and Maverick gets the kill. Meanwhile, Savage Proto takes out Wade Watts over in lane 4. Maverick's holding a tough position here. Trying to go for some frag kills on Lampy's old position. But Lampy did rotate just in time. Another utility coming out here from Smalls. Good flash attempt from Sharkfish, but Maverick's going to take advantage. What's Mobstar going to get over here in lane 4? He's going to have to watch out for Savage. Savage is in a tough position, and Savage takes out Mobstar. It is a 1v5 for Lampy to clutch it up in order to save themselves another round for the first map here. Keep in mind, for all of our new viewers, in the OCL, it is a 2-map win and it's over. There is no third map that is played. That is optional. So if no quarters take this next round here that we're currently watching, and they take the second map as a win, the match is over. Lampy currently 3-2 on his kill-death ratio. Going to try his best to call upon a miracle. Because honestly, that is what it's going to take right now. Not only is it a 1v5, but no quarters have a fantastic positioning on defense. Lampy could get lucky, maybe get 2 here on Maverick and Smalls. Oh, he possibly spots Maverick. Oh, and I don't think he noticed him in time. Maverick might spot the head here on Lampy on the slide. Oh, and he turns away. Oh, this is not looking good. Oh, and he does get the 1 kill. Smalls spotted him out. But Lampy's going to make the rotation here. Get a kill, rotate. Don't let them predict your path and route. That is what Lampy's going for. Let's see what Lampy's going to do here. He's got a tough positioning, especially with Smalls right where he is. Minute 45 remaining. There's not a lot of time left for Lampy. If he can get his cards right, takes out Smalls, gets a pick onto Elmo or Rango, he could get to the objective for a cap. It is possible. As Savage is all the way over in lane 3. A possible good smoke might make it so he doesn't have to kill Rango, just Elmo and Smalls, but it is tough, especially if Smalls has a C4 anywhere nearby. I don't think he does, as Smalls is running the AK-12 here. Not a loadout that can take a C4, unless handed to him by another teammate. Lampy trying to get some elevation above these bushes by using the seesaw here. He might spot Elmo. Maybe Rango, but they are tucked in. They are crouched and not standing up. He could possibly try to bait them. He's going to go for a smoke onto Smalls. And a flashbang. The flash does possibly get Smalls. Oh, but the return flash from Elmo. Oh, and Lampy gets the kill on the Smalls. There's 20 seconds remaining. Savage is crashing back to the objective. It was a great return flash by Elmo. Oh, and down goes Lampy. 4-1, no quarters. Well done to no quarters. That map went a lot better than I think anyone had expected for no quarters. I mean, that cap was incredible. No quarters really showing their strength right now, and Shadow Knights are feeling their wrath. They're going to have to do something to stay alive in this second map, and the second map is going to be no quarters pick as well, which is just devastating for Shadow Knights. Now, Shadow Knights, they got to ban Arctic. Keep that in mind. But this still means that no quarters gets the advantage of picking the map that they prefer. We'll see what they can do on this next map. We'll go ahead and swap on over.
Onward Champions League.
And welcome back, everybody. We are on map 2. And map 2 is going to be USS Quest. It's been a while since we've seen this map. We do have a substitution. Jared Dean is now in for no quarters. And look at this. Early aggression from Smalls and Savage Proto. Meanwhile, Shadow Knights are playing a little bit more reserved, more defensive here, trying to put themselves in positions where they have a buddy system. Someone always in range for the refrag. Curious to see what Smalls does here, as he might be the first person to get a kill based off of positioning. Lots of utility coming out and pre-fire. Ooh, Sharkfish gets a kill on a Savage right in the middle. Thank you, everybody, for being in here once again. We have a lot of faces. We got Wicked Hex. We've got Indy. We got I Am Back. We have a lot of new faces since we first started. So thank you all for being here. Once again, thank you to those who have still stuck around, like you, Warwithin, Smiths, Timmy. I appreciate it. I am the only one casting for OCL at the moment. And what a great smoke there from Elmo. Sharkfish does take out another one, being Rango. And now it's a 5v3. Possible pre-fire from Mob. Oh, and he just misses Elmo as he tucks back in to that little, what do you call it? A little doorway? Little tunnel. Calmick trying to remind his team to let them come to you rather than you go to them. They are playing for those picks. That's Elmo's job. Lampy's got a pretty good line of sight here. And wow, Sharkfish with almost another kill from the same position. Almost takes out Smalls. Good flash. I think it does get Smalls. As you can see, he's still running. And almost a nice return frag. Ooh, Lampy playing a little aggressive. Jared Dean does take out Mobstar. Smalls is hunting for this kill. Calmick does get the refrag onto Jared. Oh, did Smalls spot Lampy? I don't think he did. Lampy pushing right past the offense. Smalls tucking in. All up to Elmo and Smalls in a 2v4 here. And Lampy's going to go for the swing, and he does get the kill. All up to Elmo. Where's his Elmo taunting now? As it's a 1v4. Let's see if he does it. Let's hope he does it. Does he have any ammo left? I mean, man, he was using that M2 the whole entire round. Elmo checking his back in case there's a flanker. Oh, and down goes down goes Elmo. Sharkfish with a 3-piece this round. Well done. Map 2 starting in favor of Shadow Knights. I believe who came out for, I think it was Maverick. Maverick came out for Jared Dean. Had a great first map, but they want to share the wealth, right? Jared Dean hopping on in, already getting a kill. Only kill so far from no quarters. So at least you could say it was worth the substitution in that sense. If you haven't followed yet, please make sure that you follow or subscribe, whichever you'd like to call it. I'm so used to saying follow. Like, follow, comment below, you know. We appreciate all the subscriptions, you know, all the viewers. You know, it helps out a lot, more than you know. So thank you very much. Let's just grow this community best way we can. Hopping into the next round. What will Shadow Knights do here? No early utility here, and wow, Shadow Knights are playing super slow at the start. Here comes a grenade. Not gonna find anyone. Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. Excuse me. I knew it was gonna happen. Had to prepare everybody. Savage in a very meta position, but man, is it powerful. I think a smoke grenade is the only thing that's really going to counter Savage's position. But you never know. A headshot does pretty well, too. Four minutes. And the first utility from Shadow Knights comes out. Calmec moving real slow here. Gonna have to be careful that their head does not peak too high up, or Rango might take it off. I think Rango's got a very tight angle here. Wow, yeah, that's really small. Small window. But, oh, does he spot him? What? Wow, what a shot from Calmec. I mean, I'm honestly shocked. Mobstar taking out Elmo. Oh, and Smalls with the C4. Calmec not checking for the C4 here. Jaredine also taking out Sharkfish. I think we missed one more kill there. Savage gets taken out by possibly Wade. That's really exposing themselves to the catwalk. Jared Dean could find himself getting shot in the back, possibly, by Wade. Great grenade, and just a little bit off from Small's position. Mobstar's going to try to spot where Jared Dean is. He did get a kill earlier, so Mobstar's got some suspicion on some possible locations. But Jared is shifting around a little bit, moving just slightly enough to try to mask where he shot from. He's trying to hunt down Lampy and Mob here. Meanwhile, Wade is on catwalk and enjoying it. 2v3. Shadow Knights having the player advantage here with less than 2 minutes remaining. Mobstar tosses a flash. Gets Smalls, and down goes Smalls. All up to Jared. And another possible utility could be tossed onto Jaredine. I thought I heard another flashbang possibly. Jared's hunting for this kill. Wants to take no chances, and he still has Wade behind him. Here comes the flash, and Mob gets the kill. Was that a three-piece from Mobstar? Yes, it was. Wow. 2-0 Shadow Knights. This is looking like a whole different team from the beginning. Oh, I forgot to say what map it is. Hold up. Boom. USS Quest. We knew that, though. We knew it. You didn't know it. I'm sorry. It's on me. I apologize. Now, for anyone that is currently watching, I'd like you to give me one really good suggestion before you leave. All right? It's almost like I'm giving you homework. All right, but this is fun. This is some good stuff. Give us one suggestion before you leave on what you would like to see either improve or just be brought into the streaming and casting of the OCL matches. Make sure you do that before you leave. We'd greatly appreciate it. Just one. If you've got more, by all means, share it. But one suggestion would be lovely. And, of course, give us a subscribe. Make sure to like the stream as well and share it. All right, let's get those views up. Let's have a great starting season 0. Let's start off hot with a lot of views. Great kill spread from Shadow Knights. 3 kills for both Sharkfish and Mobstar. 2 kills Scalmec. 1 kill each for Lampy and Wade. Starting our next round here. Mobstar is going to try to play a little aggressive here, it sounds, as he says he's going to push up to that middle container. I'm not sure which middle container he's referring to. There's a lot of containers in the middle. Oh, this one. That's not that far. Okay. All anticlimactic here. Comic playing a little bit aggressive, trying to push farther down this red alley, as I like to call it. Oh, Sharkfish just barely missing Jared Dean through the smoke. But a return frag. Oh, wow. That was quite far. Put him in the NFL column. Oh. Oh, wait. I thought he got a kill there. Rango taking out Wade. That was on the catwalk, it seems. Another little headshot. And the confirm. Calmic does take out Jared in the center. I think Smalls and Savage. Yep. Oh, I like that. Lampy with the short nade. Calmic trying to bait them into believing that there's a C4 somewhere in red. Oh, down goes Calmic from Elmo. Calmic not really watching the center. Really exposed his back to the middle there. And No Quarters took advantage. Oh, right when I put up the map. What is Sharkfish? What? Sharkfish running out onto the catwalk. Way overexposed, but I guess Sharkfish wanted to check to see if anyone was sneaking up catwalk, but did not seem worth it, obviously, in hindsight. Mobstar and Lampy in a 2v4. It's going to be a tough one for them to try to defend here. Flashes come out, but they're not going to land on anyone. I don't think Lampy is going to have a C4 on him. He's actually got the G36C. Not a gun we've seen a lot recently. Calling out for the possible flank from their spawn. Oh, and Mobstar with the swing out of Elmo. Only taking probably 1 shot from him.
Orange yellow. Orange Lego.
Savage trying to get a shot on the Lampy here, but just barely missed. They still got Rango on the flank that they're going to have to watch out for. Minute 50 on the clock. Oh! Mob barely missing those heads. A good smoke there from Smalls, but not enough. Oh, and Mob just barely missing again. Somehow actually hitting Smalls. Oh, and Lampy gets the kill on the Savage. He almost gets the double. But Smalls gets the shots off. All up to Mob here. Mob not watching his back, and he was about to get taken out by Rango as well. Good win there from No Quarters. Smalls really clutching it up there at the end. Mob almost actually got the headshot multiple times on the Smalls as well. Giving No Quarters their first point on map 2. Welcome Cameron Shaw as well to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you all, especially you, Cameron. We got a little special place for you. Thank you. That was a solid round from No Quarters, giving themselves a 4-man advantage while crashing to that objective. On to the next round here. Some stretches.
I'm fucking old, guys.
Gotta do some Pilates, bro.
Yeah, I know.
And what is Shadow Knights going to do to try to bring back the momentum? A great smoke positioned onto that catwalk. And Smalls tossing his little gun to get a little speed advantage there. Try to move to his cover quicker. Smart move. A lot of pre-fire from Kalmec. Wade might drop down to this catwalk, try to get into a good position to get some picks here. Wow, what a close grenade onto Rango. I think that was thrown from Sharkfish. Shadow Knights have stopped moving a little bit, but Jared's making a little bit of noise. Wade might be able to hear it. Not sure. Wade's not even taking his eyes off of that center. One good flash from Jared, though, might just be what it takes. Bad smoke from Sharkfish. Oh, Mob gets taken out by Jared.
I got one.
Wade's got some utility. He's going to go for a flash. Oh, it's a smoke. Oh, but he does get Jared still. Can he get Smalls? Oh, down goes Smalls. 4v3. Savage almost gets taken out by Wade as well. Shark playing aggressive gets taken out by Savage. Kalmec gets the refrag through the smoke. It's a 2v3 here. Lampy really wants this cap. He needs one more smoke on that objective if he wants to go for it. But eyes come off the objective. Oh, man. Is Lampy going to get it? Oh, Lampy gets the cap. Lampy gets the cap. Rango took his eyes off at the worst timing. Shadow Knights answer back the first map from a 1-4 loss to a 4-1 win. Well done. And this was No Quarters map pick as well. Shadow Knights take the W there. And on to the final map. Map number 3, Bazaar. One of my favorite maps to cast as well. So I'm so glad that we ended up here. And this is actually the first time that No Quarters is going to, or that the home team, Shadow Knights, are picking the away side. They picked home, or let me think here. Yeah, No Quarters actually picked Volk this time. Because they picked Marsoc to start the first map instead of Volk. So, interesting choice. I hope there was a lot of people in here to watch what just happened there. Crazy Dave, welcome to the stream. And I love that suggestion about a marker board with overhead map, so I can visually illustrate movement and team position. I think that's a great idea. And I've been a huge advocate everywhere to try to implement that, and I think we can do that. I can't do it this stream. I mean, that's a little too last minute, but I'll ensure you that I'll get something like that on at least my next stream with OCL, okay? You bet it. A lot of people talking about the G36C. I know, isn't that crazy? It's a gun you don't see too often. I think the biggest reason is because of points. You know, you used to be able to take that gun, foregrip, and rock body armor, a grenade, a flash, but it costs too much now. And the TAR 21 is taking its spot. It just has. It's a beautiful gun. I love the TAR. I love it so much. I don't see any player substitutions for this third map. I think both teams are just strategizing here. And why don't we talk about what the first map or first objective is? The first objective is our favorite objective for Bazaar. You could guess what it is. Yep. It's North Kiat. The Kiat objective is the first one. We might see a cap on the very first round of map 3 or the second round. But now this is going to be interesting. Shadow Knight starting off on the offense. My guess, I don't think they're even going to go for the cap. I think they're just going to try to swarm the objective and get picks. They're probably going to smoke it, try to get them to believe they're going to go for the cap, but I don't think they're going to risk the round on map 3 for a cap. I think they'd rather smoke it and just get the picks of people crashing around it.
Alright, I'm gonna put him in front of us.
I should have known you brought one of those. I would have brought him.
You would have taken a mag?
I would have taken a mag. I would have stolen from it. I'm gonna run as quick as I can to get to that fridge so I can get one. Hopefully,
I think we got the L8A80, which is a gun that used to be super popular and is now starting to make a comeback for the drum mags. Elmo, second floor Kiat, running around. Will it help, or will it get him shot? Some great positioning here from Shadow Knight starting us off. Already having 3 crossing the street, slowly making their way into the east center courtyard. And we do have one player. Maverick's actually back for someone. I think for Savage. Yep. Real slow movement here from Shadow Knights. Mobstar making the most coverage here, trying to spot out anybody that might be in this northeast, but not finding anybody. Jared in a pretty good position to try to possibly get a pick off of somebody coming out of blue room here, which would be Wade. Oh, wow. What a grenade toss from Mobstar. Just nobody in that room. Could have been a team kill. Lots of pre-fire in the center from their 2 guys waiting in the back there at the spawn. Just to cause chaos, distraction. Get the eyes and the attention on them instead of their teammates. Lampy taking the Mark 16 here, which is a weapon that started to make its move recently in the last few seasons. A lot more players taking it now. Although, he's got a foregrip, which I feel like most people are just running this gun typically don't. Now, if I'm doing quick math here, he's got a smoke grenade, foregrip 2 times. My bet, he does not have body armor. James was in here. He told me right away, yeah, there's too many points, but I can't do that kind of math. I don't know how much a 2 times cost. Sharkfish takes out Rango.
-1.
Jared Dean looking for Wade here, but couldn't find him yet. Wade's looking. Jared's backing up. Jared kind of wants to watch the center after he lost Rango. Jared goes for shots onto Calmech, but can't connect. Same with Elmo. Calmech's really distracting them. Mobstar takes out Maverick, though, on the cross back to the objective. And just like that, 3 players left with 2 minutes remaining for no quarters. Wade's pushing, and just as I was about to swap over, Jared gets the kill. But Mobstar is aware of Jared's position as well as Lampy. But I think Jared's also expecting Mob as well. Oh, and down goes Calmech for Elmo. Just like that, it's a 3v3. And 3v2. Mob gets the refrag onto Jared. Smalls can hear Kalnick, but can't find his body. Oh, and down goes Smalls from Sharkfish. Is all up to Elmo, and here comes the smoke. What is Elmo going to do? Will he prevent the cap by all means? Or will he get capped on again? He sees Sharkfish. Sharkfish is going for the kill. And down goes Elmo. 3 players alive from Shadow Knights. First point goes over here to Shadow Knights. And for the first time tonight, Shadow Knights are taking the point lead over a cumulative of 3 maps. Being 6-5 right now. Apparently, this is the first casted map 3 of the season, which is kind of funny. I feel honored. We got a lot of people in the chat. Thank you all for being here tonight on a beautiful Thursday night. How many people are in the chat right now that are registered for a team? And who here is here just to watch and enjoy the love of Onward and has not even joined a team yet, but might consider it now? I'm curious. We should put a poll up. But I don't know if I have those permissions yet. I'm just a lonely caster. I'm sure we could get someone to try to create a poll. I think we should put I think a more important poll is, will no quarters get a cap this round? I think that's a better question to ask.
Hi, everyone.
Go,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
go
did.
around.
Oh.
Reset, reset.
Reset, then it doesn't matter. Just
Yeah, this isn't my fault though, right?
No, it's not your fault.
Little round reset. First round reset caught on cast. Now we're gonna be saying this all night. First this, first that. We'll go ahead and hop back over to the desk. Oh my gosh! Now the beep's going off again. They're gonna be. I'm just gonna give it a second. I'm not even gonna switch back yet until I know for sure. Ooh, one thing I like to see, Jared Dean here has an M203 launcher, and so does Maverick. That's 2 M203 launchers so far. Question is, are they both frags? Is one a smoke?
No.
We'll have to see here.
No.
Looks like he's already getting ready to shoot it. Sharkfish, if he wants to go for a flank here, he's got to watch out for Smalls. Smalls is in a good position to stop it. Pretty quiet. Pretty quiet. Kalnick laying prone in our little shack. Our little S shack, if you know what I mean. I miss the days you could get on top of these roofs here. Oh man, those were so much fun. Ooh, Rango taking out Wade. And no one else over here in the east to contest. But Sharkfish getting ready for the flank. Smalls having rotated since then. Sharkfish is a little late to watch the crosses of the street now. It's almost the only one left. And if Sharkfish isn't smart about this, could get capped on. I think we have anyone else in range of getting shot just yet. Sharkfish is starting to rotate now. Mobstar thought he saw a head, took a quick pre-fire, realized it wasn't one. Good smoke to block Mob's position. Small's rotating now.
Alright, there is one out here going to the
Yep.
territory.
Sharkfish called out Elmo, but Elmo's not quite the concern at the moment. The biggest concern is this huge wave of no quarters, and now it's a 5v3. The objective is practically opened. Mobs are the only one here to defend it. I do like his positioning here, though. It's pretty solid. Mobstar not sure if that's a teammate or not, so he's got his eyes focused. Now he knows it's just Sharkfish. He's like, dang it, Sharkfish. That's one M203 frag.
They're in the east corner.
Now, do we have an M203 smoke is the question. Does he spot Maverick? I don't think he does. Jared crawling up in the center as well. Ooh, a lot of lines of sight on him. Now it's capable. They could potentially run inside, but oh, does he spot Rango? Rango gets the kill on the mob. Sharkfish gets the refrag onto Rango. Smalls kills Sharkfish all up to Kalmic, and down goes Kalmic. Could have been a cap there.
I was getting there.
Everyone disappointed that they couldn't get the cap there. But it was still a solid offense there by no quarters. One. I would love to see a round 7 here. We're only an hour into the match. We're already on our third map. Only an hour, I say. If my girlfriend heard that, she'd be like, get out. she hates it when I'm on for 2.5 hour matches. Oh man, when I had that 2 hour and 50-minute match against After Hours, oh my gosh, I'll never forget that. Even I was like, this has to end. I don't even think it went to round 7 every map either, which is what's funny. And there was no timeouts too, so that was long. Indie Couch claiming he's a free agent. If you're going to claim that, Indie, we can really make that happen. Well, we can make that happen. Sounds like we'll be hopping into the next round in just a moment. Our next objective is the Center East Courtyard objective. This one's a pretty meta objective. Been around for a long time.
It was just quick. It was just real quick. I can't do very much with it.
Oh, interesting path Maverick's taken to get to objective. I haven't seen this route before. I think Rango's got a C4 here. Rango C4's right here. I mean, I hope anyone that plays Onward would spot that, but you never know. Some people are a little focused on other things. And Shadow Knight's playing super slow again. I mean, it's only 5-minute rounds, yet they're taking their sweet time at the start of every round, making it difficult to get to objective. I mean, when you take your time at the start of a round, let's say the first minute is you crawling to the center of the map, that does give the defense more time and space to get into more difficult positions that make it really strong for them to hold the objective. You know, an important part of playing offense is map control early on. And that's in a lot of sports. I mean, let's just say one that still revolves, you know, firearms, similarities, stuff like that. Paintball or airsoft. If you play a game of paintball or airsoft, what do experienced people do? Do they stand at the spawn and walk up to the first cover? No, they sprint to the middle of the map because they want to take as much field coverage as possible. And that's what you should be doing on offense. And that's something that Shadow Knights have not done a lot of tonight, is taking that field advantage. Although no quarters, on the other hand, haven't capitalized on it either. They have been playing pretty tight to objective and not pushing out that much. Maverick is the only excuse on this objective right now. Looking at the map here, it is a slow offense. And of course, every time I look at the map, taking down Sharkfish all the way across the map. Maverick with first blood on this round.
Crawling. Crawling.
Does he spot Kalmik? He does it, but Kalmik sees Maverick and gets the kill! M249 to the face. Ouch.
Minus 1 key up.
Smalls trying to get the refrag here, and he does. Kalmik absolutely exposed with that big gun. Anyone surely would find him. It's 3v4 here. Jared trying to get some picks off in the north. Wade gonna find himself really upset, not checking that corner. Down goes Wade by Elmo. A little flash to give himself some room to move, possibly. Another flash, and all up to 2 players. Mobstar and Lampy. Still possible, but boy, is it getting tough now. Mobstar crawling his way up to objective here. Welcome, Draven, and you're welcome for casting. I'm happy to do it. Make sure you get everyone on your team to watch tonight, okay? I want to have better numbers, better viewers than Shipwrecked. Because I love them. Mobstar moves a little too fast. Might make a loud footstep. Oh, Smalls might want to peek here. Oh, wow. Smalls is a little close to the objective here. Comfort. Here's the problem. There's a C4 right above Mobstar. Does he see it? Come on, Mob. Mobby. Mobby, look up! Or just get past it. If you get past it just enough, the angle of the C4 might not get you. Or I guess it does. Wow.
Was it 2 on over? Oh shit, yeah. I killed.
And there goes that round for no quarters getting the win. I think a problem there was Mobstar just didn't check his corners, you know. And that smoke was a little bit short, too, you know. I don't know. There's a few things. No quarters. If they keep up this trend, they will win. All they really need now is to win every Volk round and the match is theirs. They can afford to lose Marsoc rounds. They just have to win their Volk. I need everyone to tell me your favorite thing about tonight's cast. And if you haven't already, your biggest suggestion for tonight's cast as well. Make sure to leave that in the comments before this match ends and before you leave for the night. Please, we appreciate it. I mean, you love this league. You love this game. And if you want the community to grow, it's up to you. Please give us your suggestions. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. We love you. I love doing this. Haven't casted in a long time, but it's good to be back. I hope to cast more often as well. Just keep scheduling your matches Thursday nights, and I can do it no problem. I got no homework assignments, no exams on Thursdays, no classes Thursday night. Monday night, you're a lost cause. You won't get me. Just keep that in mind. So if you want me to cast your match Thursday night, you're likely going to get it. All right. Next round.
Blow it right now.
Ooh. South spawn, and we got 3 moving up in the south. Mobs are the only one that's going to be there to defend it. Not a great spot either. I mean, if he gets flashed, he's kind of screwed. Maverick already in the center of the map. Sharkfish has a really good position, though. Just has to watch out for red truck. Tilted fridge. Super exposed over there. Mobstar still listening for footsteps. He's got a grenade on hand. And a smoke. Foregrip, AK-12. He doesn't have body armor. And I know that for a fact. Oh, he ain't gonna survive. No, sir. That's one shot to the chest and he's down. Oh, boy. Oh, Rango barely takes out Sharkfish.
Side of Bazaar.
Good smoke to kind of get himself out of that position if he wants.
He's on the corner of the palm tree right now.
Could stay tucked in if he wanted to, but he's got Maverick right next to him as well. And he gets out of there. M203 smoke. Yep, right on the objective. Not great timing. It only gives 45 seconds for his team to get on that objective for a cap. Should have put it a little bit better timing there. Mobstar is making clicking noises to alert that they are near him. Oh, and he gets one. Oh, and he gets 2! What a kill from Mob! Perfect timing to rotate. Lampy can hear Jared Dean here. 5v3 with 1:45 remaining. Ooh, M203 just misses. Oh, and Rango gets the kill onto Lampy. But Sharkfish returns the favor by killing Maverick with a headshot. And I'm sure Sharkfish is aware of Rango's position. It's a 4v2. 1:25 remaining, and that M203 smoke has surely worn off by now. Yep. Sharkfish giving a bad call out. Oh, but look at that C4! If Kalmic blows that C4... Oh, there it is! A great C4 by Kalmic. Downing Jared Dean. Leaving Rango all by himself. With only 50 seconds left in a 1v4. 40 seconds remaining here on the clock. The clock keeps ticking. Tick, tock. Tick, tock. What will Rango do? Sharkfish goes for the kill and gets the trade. 2-2. Shadow Knights with the W. Kalen on Saucy Cast. A good suggestion. And an Onward Sugar Daddy to pump money into the league. We used to have one. His name was Mark. With a Z, at the end of it. And he realized he was too good for us. We had to part ways. It was very sad. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. Some of you weren't around yet. But it's okay. It's okay. You live and you learn. And I feel like I've grown better as a person because of it. The next objective is another good traditional objective. This is the mini bazaar objective. Mini market. I love defending this one, but boy, is it stressful. This is one of the stressful objectives on here. I would say Kiat's more stressful, but this is like a second contender. Second place. Ooh, we got a good spawn here.
No, I'm gonna stick to it. I wanna make sure he dies.
Yeah, I'm gonna cross in front of you early, and then you're good. Crossing.
They are preventing any kind of cross here at mini market. Gotta wait a little bit longer. And now would be the time that they start to make that cross. Maverick pushing all the way up to the Kiat. Ooh, Mobstar's getting pretty close to Elmo's line of sight. And look at Elmo's position, too. Wow. Yeah, that is a tough one to spot.
Got him.
Does he spot Lampy? He doesn't yet. But he's just got his tablet propped up. Oh, and he's got a... No! Elmo running the freaking bipod on an AKM. That is insane. Maverick getting a shot onto Sharkfish here. Almex just maybe in line of sight. Oh, I think the body was kind of camouflaging his arm a little bit. Just got to be careful. It's not looking great here for Shadow Knights. No quarters are doing their job and doing their due diligence. Wade did get pretty far, though. The M16, which is a 3-shot to down to the chest with body armor, I believe. Or 4. I think it's 4. 1 to down to the chest if, no body armor. But it's rare these days people don't have a body armor on. Just under 2.5 minutes. And not much ground has been covered yet by Shadow Knights. Does Comic even have a foregrip? He doesn't. What? No foregrip on his M2? It's impressive. And does Smalls have a C4 by any chance? No, he's got the AK-12. Let's see. Foregrip, sight, grenade, flash. No body armor.
I don't think I got him. I'm rotating real quick. They're north. They're north. At least one's north.
Oh, Smalls definitely hears him. Comic's hearing things. A minute 10 remaining. Lampy is really far. Oh, wow. And down goes Lampy. Calmic's about to say hi to his neighbor here. Oh. Hi, neighbor. All up to Wade with 40 seconds remaining. Not enough time to say the least. "20 seconds left for Wade." And boom goes the dynamite. Lampy struggling this map, same with Wade, both having 0 kills total. Rango, Smalls, Sharkfish are all putting in the work with over 5 kills right now. Currently 3-2, no quarters with the lead. Let's see if Shadow Knights can pull out that really strong defense once again for this next objective. But they really need to secure a Marsoc win if they want a chance at winning here. Once again, if no quarters, just secure the Volk wins. That's all that it's going to matter, and they win the map. Shadow Knights need a Marsoc win to put this into round 7 to win this match. No matter the outcome here tonight, one team will have a lead in points in the final score. I think I heard someone go hammer, hammer, hammer like it was a football play or something. Basketball or whatever. I think basketball is more of like one word call outs versus football being like Whiskey 4, Blue, Kansas North, YX, G42. I don't know, something like that's like more football. So we got 2 moving far south there. 1 watching tank for the cross. 2 up in the north near Kiat. Very spread out offense. I mean, I like it, but you know, each group has to hold their own share of responsibility here. Very tucked in defense here as well from Shadow Knights. Only 2 people really off the objective. Mobstar and Calmic being the only ones. And Calmic's pretty overexposed as well in his position. If he doesn't rotate, it could make trouble.
-1.
G36C coming in handy here, getting Lampy's first kill on this map onto Jared Dean. What's he got? Smoke grenade? Smoke did a little bit, but not enough to really cover what he wanted. Oh my gosh, Kalmik is so exposed here to Rango.
Nothing yet. That last contact was southwest, so I'm watching for the cross at Broadband Center.
Why is he not watching the middle? He knows that it's highly likely someone could be there, regardless of what he or Mobstar is watching. Highly likely. Ooh, there's Maverick. Kalmik has since rotated. Kind of spared his own life there. Next up, we got Elmo. Trying to make sense of what he can do on his own in the south. 2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. Maverick in a pretty good position to possibly get... He could have gotten a pick maybe onto Wade, but wasn't there. And Kalmik's rotating back into those stairs. I don't like that position from Kalmik. I mean, he might get a kill here, but I feel like he's really... I guess now he's focusing more on the center, but I say that now he's overexposed again. I don't know what to think of it. He's scaring me, is what he's doing. Imagine a team kill here from Elmo. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, though. And just like that. Ooh, Mobstar gets the kill on Rango here.
Sneaking.
Maverick directly underneath Kalmik. Maybe Wade might catch Maverick's sneakiness here. Hard to say. Oop, tablet pull. Kalmik did not hear it, though. Ooh, down goes Kalmik from Smalls. Wade's much more high alert over here. Gets Maverick! And it's a 4v2. With a minute left on the clock. No quarters. Could win here. Oh, Elmo barely missing Wade. Mobstar should probably rotate. Down goes Elmo! Wade with a nice return fire. All up to Smalls. 45 seconds remaining in a 1v4. Smalls really wants to get that refrag onto Wade, but Wade just is not peeking it. He's staying tucked in. 30 seconds. Smalls knows what predicament he is in now. Grabbing a different gun maybe, or utility. Oh, good smoke onto Wade. Oh, Smalls getting hit with fire. Mobstar is not going to let that cross happen. And there goes Smalls. It is round 7, map 3. Look at that. We did it. We got to it. We got to round 7. That's what we've been waiting for. Boy, oh boy, what a match. Everybody that's in here right now should be sharing this link with everybody you know in Onward, because it does not get closer and better than this. Round 7, map 3 to win the entire match here, ladies and gentlemen. This is amazing. This is the match I was hoping for tonight. Honestly, a huge upset win at the start, a return huge upset win at the second map, and now a super close, bizarre round 7, map 3 to decide it all. Make sure you share this link. Go ping at everyone in all the Discords. Maybe not all of them, but all the ones you know you can get away with it. And get people to watch the stream. This will really help. Let's try to get the viewer count above 30 live viewers. I know we can do it. I know we can. Let's do it. Come on. Final round, round number 7, tank objective. This is a good one here. This one's a 50-50 shot, in my opinion, on who could take it. I mean, maybe a little bit more lean towards Volk-sided, but Especially how Jared Dean tries to hold down this cross in the north. But looks a pretty aggressive south motivation here. Southwest motivation from Shadow Knights. Oh, and Sharkfish gets the first blood on Durango. That is huge. Virtus to the head. 5v4. Nobody has made the aggressive cross in the south intersection. But they do have coverage with Smalls. Oh, almost getting the pick off onto Jared. Jared just barely surviving there. A smoke would be huge right about now to get the pick onto Jared.
I mean, they're shooting the fuck out of me up.
Yep, Jared's saying it how it is. He's getting shot. If Jared goes down, this could be detrimental to the defense for no quarters. Especially if Maverick goes down. But Maverick's in a good... I like Maverick's position. It's tough to flush out. Not a very common one. But boy, does it work. Calamic did make the cross. I don't even know if Jared made the call out. Jared's getting up. He's had enough laying down. Three minutes remaining on the clock. They know where one person is. Jared's position. But that, I think, is about it. Some pre-fire going out here. And look at these lines of sight on the objective. Oh, down goes Jared from Calmic. It is a 5v3. Maverick is not budging on that objective either. And they've got Wade on the wide flank. Here comes Utility. Oh, but look at this. Mobstar getting real close to Maverick here. Does he know if Maverick's... Oh, Cal McDowns! Elmo! Oh, come on. What's going to happen here? It's a 5v2. No. Oh! Maverick's position is exposed. Lampy sees it. Oh, and Calmic survives by a palm tree. Flash goes out. Minute 40 remaining. It's a 4v2 here. More pre-fire from Elmo. Elmo's panicking. Down goes Maverick. It's all up to Elmo. He's surrounded. 4v1. And down goes Elmo. Sharkfish clutching it up. And that's a win for Shadow Knights. 4-3. What an unbelievable first match tonight. Shadow Knights are your champions. Congratulations, and what a comeback story that is for your very first match in OCL. I'd like to say that we just saw a rivalry in the making. Both teams will not forget what happened tonight. No quarters are going to want their revenge, especially after a strong start on Suburbia. And I know Shadow Knights is not going to let No Quarters forget what happened. And they're going to try to bring it just as hard the next time that they play. I'm curious to see what Shadow Knights are going to do next week for week number 2 in OCL. Thank you so much for watching tonight's match. We appreciate it. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. That's the least you could do after watching a fantastic match like this tonight. And if you're watching this back later on in the video, take notes. This was a great match. Little mistakes from both teams. Absolutely incredible. Clip all the best parts. Share it with your friends. And just get the word around that OCL is here. So thank you all. Thank you, Wicked. Thank you, Crazy Dave, Hex, Indy, War Within, Savage Proto. We got a lot of people here in the chat. Thank you all so much for watching. And you guys are the best. Timmy, Doctor, I Am Back, Smiths, Draven, everybody. I know there's more, but the list goes on. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you for Shipwreck for making these outstanding stream assets that will only get better as time goes on. And once again, before this stream ends, if you're still listening, I know some might have you clicked off. You're like, I gotta go play Onward right now. I have to. You know, such a great time. Before you leave, please leave your suggestions in the chat. I read all of them. Okay, I want to improve. I want to make this a much better experience for you. I've heard your suggestions earlier. Keep giving me more. And thank you all so much for watching. This has been your host, F. Lipinski. Thank you all, and have a fantastic night.